And welcome to your daily dose of F1 news, otherwise known as GP news, powered this time unofficially. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but we do use them by the SEEDSTREAM app, which you can see here. I'm just going to expand that a little bit there so we can read it. So, what is the SEEDSTREAM app? It's an amazing F1 news app that I use in the morning, all times during the day, and it pretty much summarizes all the F1 news going down. And this really helps us and will help us going forward with our GP news. As you can probably see here, 184 days remaining for Formula One. That's 184, laps remaining for Formula One. That's just over 1,207 kilometers, 2,994 race turns remaining, 86 points remaining, one world driver world champion to crown. Let's be fair, most likely going to be Max Verstappen. One world constructors to crown. Let's be fair, most likely going to be McLaren. It's all getting very interesting, isn't it? So let's have a look at some of the more interesting news stories, and here we go. So, Toyota have first refusal on what is a Haas buyout raised after their partnership deal struck. So, Haas, the boss, has said, to start with, Gene's not selling the team. That's been a massive rumour. But every single time he's asking me, how can we get better? What can we do to make you go faster? It says he's not interested in selling. I believe he's had so many offers, but he refused every single one of them. So the team is not up for sale. And then we haven't even spoken about a first refusal or anything like that. But the rumour was Toyota has first refusal on a buyout for Haas, which is interesting. Kind of like break glass in case of emergency, maybe. So Aston Martin, as we know, Aston Martin very much have not been having the best of times, have they? Yeah, so Aston Martin team boss Mike Crack, he said following both cars' accidents in qualifying, they've had to replace a lot of components with a different specification due to, let's be fair, budget gap, things running out come the end of the year. He said you aren't allowed to change the mechanical setup of the cars. This meant we could neither check or adjust the setup of the cars going into Brazil, which negatively affected aerodynamic behaviour and performance. He went on to say, add in treacherous wet conditions along with an incredibly bumpy track, and you begin to understand that both drivers have the odds stacked against them. Horner, he's taken aim at the critics after a dominant Brazilian Grand Prix win, and he asserted that Max's drive was the best way to answer critics. We say, yes, it very much was. So Argentina Colapinto, he's held return talks amid what is a disruptive Colapinto F1 2024 impact. That's Argentina. Could Argentina come back? Delegates reportedly met F1 chief Stefano Domenicali during the Brazilian Grand Prix in a bid to explore a potential return as early as 2027. Significant upgrades are required for the Autodromo de Buenos Aires. Oh, what a track. To meet F1 standards with private investment pledges. Everyone said it was quite boring, it was hard to pass. It's had some okay races, I think, though. So Alpine held talks to diffuse an Ocon and Gasly needle. That's according to Oliver Oakes. As we know, both Alpine drivers are not particularly fans of each other, are they? Yeah, they're not. Neither of them, I think, are going to be on anyone's Christmas card list. They held talks. It's good. Here we go. Let's get into this one. Sergio Perez. So, Red Bull have been urged to replace Perez with the young star. Could it be Colapinto? Could it be Lawson? Could it be Yuki Tsunoda? We just don't know. I think it's going to be one of those three, though. So, Herbert said, Johnny Herbert, yes, that guy. Both Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda have done a really good job. RB have two good drivers, but if you look at Colapinto and what he's achieved in the Williams, which is not quite as good as the RB car, he, in his opinion, has impressed more. Now, when you listen to what you hear in the paddock, Colapinto is the one who needs to get the chance. Could they? It's interesting, isn't it? As we know, he's going to come very expensive, though, if they want to take him from Williams. I thought this was really interesting here. This is wins since Barcelona 2016, with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen 62 apiece. But we've got Valtteri Bottas on 10, Leclerc on 8, Sebastian Vettel on 11, then it's Sergio Perez on 6, Rosberg on 5, Ricciardo on 5, Sainz on 4, Lando Norris on 3, George Russell on 2, Oscar Piastri on 2, Kimi Räikkönen on 1, and of course Pierre Gasly on 1 as well. Yeah, there we go. 1-1. Where's Ocon's win? That was in 2021. Esteban Ocon won. Yeah, okay, there he is. I can calm down now. So Toto Wolff has adopted Pep Guardo to approach to Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari F1 move. So he's took advice from the Manchester City football and F1 head coach Pepe. I can't pronounce his name. I'm terrible with names, but he's the head coach. Amid learning that Lewis Hamilton wanted to leave Mercedes, the Mercedes boss said, "I think if someone decides to go, you need to let them go." I had a chat with Pep a long time ago, and he is a friend. I said, "What do you do if this and that, if this player wants to leave?" And he said, "What do you mean I do?" I said, "Well, do you try to criticise, convince him to stay?" He said, "No. If somebody thinks he can play elsewhere better or earn more, you just have to let them go." And it's something that I embrace the same here. Somebody wants to go, then let them go. Yeah, if you love someone, let them go. They might come back. I don't think Lewis is coming back to Mercedes anytime soon, but you never know. And Wolff didn't try to persuade Hamilton to stay over, but we had a little chat about that yesterday, didn't we? Anyway, that is the SEEDSTREAM app. Powered by the SEEDSTREAM app is GP News. Who is going to be the Max Verstappen Red Bull teammate? We don't know. Colapinto, Lawson, arguably two of the favourites. Perez, probably less so. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Stay safe. And see you next time.